Do I look good? Do I look good? Huh. Is my hair on point? So, vanity. It is an epidemic. It is crazy what is going on in society. And I think I know why it's happening, and I'm here to tell you that it needs to stop. Because there is more to your life and your value than your outward appearance. That's really all there needs to be said about it. But let's go through vanity, why it sucks, and why it is so prevalent nowadays and really hurting our society and our mental health as a society as a whole. Let's talk about it, guys. Before we get into this vanity epidemic video, I would like to ask a favor of you. Instead of looking into the mirror later and worrying about how you look, instead go down a little bit below this video and hit that subscribe button, because that way you're going to get my daily content coming at you daily. And that's awesome. Okay. So let's get into it. Vanity. So I think the vanity epidemic has come about for two distinct reasons. The first one being social media and the internet and pornography in general, but social media as a whole. Social media is basically a facade. It is where people can post their life, basically, how they want to post it. I could take 1,000 selfies, find the one that looks the best, even doctor that image, change it in Photoshop, and then post it as if, oh, just got out of bed this morning, that's how I look, you know, didn't put any effort into this, it wasn't a full-blown photo shoot with studio lighting and other craziness. Listen, social media and social media posts are not real. It is exactly what I said. It is people doing the best lighting, the best camera, the best situation they can possibly be in, the best angles. These people have studied the angles. They know what angle makes them look the best. And so it is not real. But so many people equate it to real life, and then they compare themselves to what they're seeing on social media. And because on social media, aesthetics are the most important and probably the only thing that matters, all that matters to get a like on social media is that the picture looks good, or whatever they're saying sounds good, and it's virtue signaling, and it's all of this fake nonsense for the most part, and it is not healthy, because as humans we tend to just automatically compare to ourselves. And how can we possibly compare to a doctored photo that took 1,000 pictures to get the right angle when we're just looking in the mirror and we see what we see, and that's what it is, and we don't have a full studio crew making pictures of ourselves look amazing. Social media, I mean, it is creating this insecurity because everyone is comparing themselves to what they are seeing. And the first thing I want to plead to you is to never compare yourself to anyone else, because their life experiences are something that you could never ever have or replicate. Everyone's life experiences and the way they perceive the world is completely unique, because no one lives the exact same life. Even twins that are born in the same household and have the same parents will have different perspectives in different situations that mold them into what they are in the future. There is no way you can raise any human exactly the same, and therefore you should not compare yourself or where you are or the timeline of your life to anyone else's. Had they been in your exact shoes, their life could be way worse, or it could be just totally different. It just is illogical to compare yourself to someone. If you're looking at a 20-year-old millionaire and you're thinking they're so attractive and rich and wealthy and their life is amazing, and I suck because I'm 30 and I don't have anything going for me, or I'm in a dead-end job. Listen, it doesn't make sense for you to compare yourself to that person, because you can't possibly know what their life was like or what led them to the opportunities that they had. Also, things like looks and appearance are totally out of your hands, and therefore not something that you should worry about. The problem with worrying about things that are outside of your control is that you can never remedy that worry. It will always be an anxiety because there is no solution to it. It is out of your hands, and so don't waste any mental energy on it. I know it is so much easier said than done. I compare myself still to people, so it's something I need to work on as well. I'm not perfect for sure, but I just know that social media and the image that you're seeing on social media are not real. And when I realized this and I got rid of social media and stopped really posting on it or going through the discovery feed and just making myself feel worse about myself daily, I realized that I became so much happier and so much more content with who I am because my life story is unique and my timeline is different than anyone else's, and so I can't really compare it to anyone else's. So there you go. That's the gist of that. The second reason vanity is just growing out of control in today's day and age is the hookup and casual sex culture. Because the very first thing that people look for in a sexual partner, if you don't know the person, has to be your physical attraction to them, right? Because you don't know the person. If you know things about them and then that makes you attracted to them, that's different. But if you're meeting people on dating apps or something, then most of what you have is their physical appearance and whether or not you're physically attracted to them. And so if we're just hooking up with random people, we're always measuring people on their level of physical attractiveness. If you think that stops there and doesn't extend to your psyche and how you feel about the world in general, then you're wrong, because it is creating this vanity. It is creating this need to look good because that's the only thing I'm going to be measured on, is how I look. So it is creating this crazy vanity where everyone has to look their best and everyone has to worry about their physical appearance, and if you are overweight or are not muscular or don't have the crazy body, then there's something wrong with you or you're not valuable in society, because we're just measuring people on their outward appearance, because that's all we have if we are to live in a culture that is focused on hookups and casual sex, where sex is meaningless and we're just going to forget about it after we do it and on to the next person and hope they like us for how we look. It is an unhealthy way to view society, and it is not good for yourself because, like I said earlier, you are just going to be comparing yourself to other people, and you are just going to try to be living up to whatever today's beauty standard is, which is always a moving target. Beauty standards change, and so therefore people that were extremely attractive in one time are now going to not be as attractive in another time. And these things that are just arbitrary, that are attractive now, and there are also things that are out of your control. You can't control what you look like or how your body looks to a large degree. I mean, you can work out and change that, but so much of it is genetic based. It has no reflection on who you are. It just has a reflection basically on who your parents or ancestors were. And so it is kind of a losing battle. It's always going to be a losing battle because it is always going to be a moving target. You will hit it sometimes, sometimes you won't. And again, tastes are different among so many other people. So if you're trying to fit into this category of beauty, it might be beautiful for someone and it might be hideous and atrocious to someone else. So it is always a moving target, and a target you can never ever attain. So the best thing you can possibly do is just be happy with who you are, be comfortable with your own skin, and try as hard as you possibly can to do that. I know it is easier said than done. It's hard to just be like, yeah, I accept who I am and I'm hot and attractive, when you're seeing images of celebrities and social media posts that are not real, but they look amazing and you wish you could look like that, but you picked the wrong parents. That's all there is to it, basically. My main point is to don't worry about things that are outside of your control. And what is outside of your control is how you look. For the most part, you can diet, you can exercise and change how your body shape is, but everyone's body, again, will store fat and build muscle in different places at different rates. So you can't control how you look if you're trying to fit in this perfect image, unless you do drastic things like plastic surgery and all that kind of stuff. So vanity is an epidemic. It is really just growing in our society, where even men, now there's men's makeup and all this kind of stuff. I see men are more concerned about their looks than ever before. So while it is good and important to put your best foot forward and be well kempt and groomed and just hygienic and looking the best you can, we as a society are pushing it to a further degree than what is healthy for us psychologically, and it really needs to stop. It is an epidemic. You should care about how you look, but you shouldn't compare yourself to how other people look, and you should realize that you are unique. You are beautiful in your own way, and you need to realize that no one else in the world looks like you, and so that sets you apart from everyone else in the world. That's an amazing thing. Be happy with who you are, and try to discard any vanity that you may have. So, social media sucks. Vanity is a bad thing. Don't compare yourself to people, and try as hard as you possibly can to love yourself. That is how you will be the happiest that you could possibly be. So yeah, I've said what I need to say, I guess. If you like this message and you like this video, please consider subscribing. I'm putting out daily videos, daily content, mostly sexually related, but this kind of stuff fits in there as well. I want to thank you so much for watching if you have made it to the end of this video. I hope that my message has changed your perspective at least a little bit, and you can feel a little bit better about yourself and where you fit in society. You are a unique, special person, and you should know that, and you should believe that for yourself, because you are the only person that needs to be convinced of that. So, thanks again for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye, guys.